Hey, it's Kwasi. This is the welcome back episode of my video blog. With the current state of the market, I wanted to make sure that I personally addressed you on what is happening, what I see. And I know that I recently sent out some statistics on King, Pierce, and Snohomish County. And I know that there is concern that we're going to end up in another housing crisis. I want you to know that the previous housing crisis is different than what we have right now. And there is a long-winded version, but for this video, I'm going to give you the short one. Before the COVID pandemic started, we had a strong real estate market here locally, and we had a strong stock market. All that happened is really put a delay in all the growth that we had. So when you look at the stats, we're still lower in inventory than we previously were last year. We still have home sales prices going up. But what does that mean moving forward? And nobody has a crystal ball. We can't tell you exactly what's going to happen. And like I always say, people ask me about the market, and I say, it depends. Are you a buyer, seller, renter, investor? So I'm going to give it to you for those four categories. If I'm a buyer, right now, interest rates, I have clients right now that are getting quoted 2.75%. Now, obviously that can change day to day, but below 3% for an interest rate, money is not going to get cheaper to buy a home. So if you have even had any thoughts about buying, now could be a great time for you to at least explore what that looks like, because your payment would be somewhere where you would feel confident in buying a home, right? If you're a seller, we still have low inventory, home prices are still going up, and with the local economy that we have, the job market that we have, tech workers are still working. So, and we know that industries will go back to work. It's just a matter of the numbers. But we can see by the activity that we've had in the market that the market is still moving, and we're seeing multiple offers on houses. So it could be a great time for you to sell. If you are a renter, look, housing demand is still going to be there for some of the factors that I mentioned earlier. So, I would expect that demand for rentals is either going to stay the same or get more competitive. And landlords are going to be competitive when it comes to what they're charging for rent. And then last but not least, your investors. Now, I could spend a ton of time for investors and what it means in this market. But the one thing that I will say is it's got to be back to the basics, right? You got to buy right. You got to know your numbers. And if it's a good deal, you got to walk. And if it's not a good deal for you, if the numbers don't pencil or it's not the right time for you, feel free to send that deal over to me. Maybe I have some clients that are interested in that kind of property, or maybe have the bandwidth to take that on. Or maybe even some of my clients who are looking more traditional buyer or seller. There are ways to place investment type deals with those buyers. So at the end of the day, folks, if you have any questions about your specific need, or questions about what's happening in the market, your hyper local market, give me a call, text me. I'm happy to help, and just have a conversation about what this means for you.